Good evening, everybody. My name is Megan. It's definitely my name. And welcome to a weekly reading vlog. So it is the second week of August, right? The 8th, yes, the second week of August. Go me. And Tori on Twitter, and I believe she'll be starting a YouTube soon. Don't know if she has. Sorry for the yelling people, don't know if you can hear them, but I certainly can. Is doing Arc August, so she's challenged people to read as many arcs as they can. There's like a bigger board and stuff. I'm not going to do that because I'm just going to try and read arcs that I want to read and just read as many as I can. So yeah, it is 8:15 on Monday. I've had a day at work. I came home and I was so tired that I ate food and then just lay on my bed and listened to an audiobook. But I listened to the audiobook a lot at work today and now I finished it. So the audiobook was The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches by Sangu Mandana. It was great. I loved it. It was so good. Yeah, it was just really sweet, and I loved the magic and I loved the wholesome vibes and I loved the found family elements. And I don't know when it comes out, but everyone, if you like those like cozy witchy wholesome vibes that like Half a Soul has and the Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels has, and I guess sort of the Athena Club books kind of have them, you know, like those kinds of vibes. This is for you. Please pre-order it. When does it come out? The 23rd of August. So guys, it's great. I feel like, what book do I feel like might also have, like Undertaking of Heart and Mercy may have those vibes, which I'll hopefully be reading soon. And there's another book that I think might have those vibes that I've not read yet but want to. The Fortune one that Only McCrate did a copy of. Give me a moment. A Lady's Guide to Fortune Hunting. I don't know if there's any fantastical elements in that, but I feel like the vibes are probably similar. But yeah, it was great. It was excellent. I had the best time. So that's one arc done already. I'm going to be reading and annotating 50 pages of Babel by R.F. Kuang. I'm up to here, and I split it up into 50-page segments because I keep not picking it up because I'm scared of it. It's excellent, but I'm scared. So this isn't out yet. It's not technically an arc I got. I just won an early copy, but I feel like it counts for the week, you know? So yeah, I'm gonna annotate that, and let me just talk you through some of the arcs I've got, and then hopefully the rest of the clips from this vlog will not be as hideously long because I will already have told you a bit about the books I might be reading. So the next book I will for sure be reading is The Whispering Dark by Kelly Andrew, which is about a girl who can like see into the world of the dead, goes to like a school for it, she's deaf, and she gets sort of discriminated against, meets this guy called Colton, and he's been told to stay away from her, but then like bad things are happening, and Colton died as a child as well. Like the synopsis of this book is wild, but yeah, maybe I'll be able to actually tell you more about that once I've started reading it, but that's on my TBR, so definitely reading that. What else have I got? I've got Things Have Gotten Worse Since We Last Spoke by Irregular, which I read the synopsis off the other day and it freaked me out. There's like something about like, do you deserve to have eyes at the end of it? Well, I think it's just like a really messed up book, but it's short, and people in the US have been talking about Irregular forever, and they now have a UK publisher. So yeah, I've got A Magic Steeped in Poison by Judy Eileen, which I feel like I should probably read out the synopsis for because I don't remember. So for Ning, the only thing worse than losing her mother is knowing that it's her own fault. She was the one who unknowingly brewed the poison tea that killed her, the poison tea that now threatens to take her sister Xiu. When Ning hears of a competition to find the kingdom's greatest Shenong Shi, masters of the ancient and magical art of tea making, she travels to the imperial city to compete. The winner will receive a favour from the princess, which may be Ning's only chance to save her sister's life, but between the backstabbing competitors, bloody cult politics, and mysterious and handsome boy with a shocking secret, Ning might actually be the one in more danger. And this comes out on the 6th of September. That's exciting. It's very political. I've read The Very Secret Society for Regular Witches with Belladonna by Adrian Gray, which again, don't really know what this one's about, but I feel like it might be a book box book, so if I can read this one, it sort of helps me complete multiple goals, you know? So Belladonna. Orphaned as a baby, 19-year-old Signa has been raised by a string of guardians, each more interested in her wealth and her well-being, and each has met an untimely end. Her remaining relatives are the elusive Hawthorns, an eccentric family living at Thorn Grove, an estate both glittering and gloomy. Its patriarch mourns his late wife through wild parties, while his son grapples for control of the family's waning reputation, and his daughter suffers from a mysterious illness. But when their mother's restless spirit appears claiming she was poisoned, Signa realises that the family she depends on could be in grave danger and enlists the help of a surly stable boy to hunt down the killer. However, Signa's best chance for uncovering the murder is an alliance with Death himself, a fascinating, dangerous shadow who has never been far from her side. Though he's made her life a living hell, Death shows Signa that the growing connection may be more powerful and more irresistible than she ever dared imagine. Okay, that's interesting. I'm unfortunately not one of those bitches who sees Death as like a potential love interest in a synopsis as an immediately there. I feel like if you were a fan of Luke in The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, then maybe this book is definitely for you, but I am intrigued. A Dowry of Blood, I've already read. I just need to leave a review for that and then my percentage can go up. The Death of Jane Lawrence by Caitlin Starling. I just know it's like gothic dark academia vibes. Not Good for Maidens is a Goblin Market retelling by Tori Bovolino, which I've read a book from before. What was it called? The Devil Makes Three. I've read that. I enjoyed it. I also have, oh, I'm so excited, the 10,000 Stitches and Long Shadow by Olivia Atwater, which are books 2 and 3 in the Regency Fairy series. I read Half a Soul earlier this month. I fucking loved it. It was so good. So yeah, very excited. 10,000 Stitches is already out. It's like a fairy Cinderella Regency story. So hyped. And then Long Shadow is Sapphic Regency fairy story. Like, yes please. And I also have The Unknown Beloved and The Breakup for sure that I would consider reading this week. So I've already listened to one audiobook, so The Unknown Beloved I have an audio. So I will probably put that on tomorrow. I'm gonna read 50 pages of Babel right now, and I haven't told you what that's about, but if you don't know, where have you been? You know, dark academia, Oxford, imperialist critique with magic that is translation silver-based. Okay, up to date, written by R. Quag Wiguchi. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna read that. Gonna probably pick up The Whispering Dark, and I'm gonna hydrate, shower and go to bed because I'm really tired and I'm working from 8:30 till 6:30 tomorrow, so I'm gonna be even more tired then. Should be able to get a good chunk read or videos edited on my lunch break though, because I can take the full hour and not feel guilty about it because I'll be staying really late. So yeah, that's it from me. That's a whole 10 minutes of me rambling. Definitely need to hydrate now, but it was fun catching up. I'll see you tomorrow when hopefully I'm looking a bit more put together and I've like slept well and I'm excited about what I'm reading. But I really did enjoy The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. It was so good, guys. I don't know whether it's a 4.5 or a 5. I'm gonna sit with it for today, but tomorrow I will for sure let you know. Hello, it's Tuesday. It's like 7:30. Guess what idiot did not take the memory card from his camera to work today? Here's me. I did not edit at all on my hour-long lunch break, which is sad. I did, however, read 18% of The Whispering Dark by Kelly Andrew. Really enjoying it so far. I really like the writing style. I'm intrigued by the mystery. I'm like desperate to know what's going on, and I really wish I was going to be reading it right now, but sadly I'm not. I'm going to edit some of the things I was supposed to edit at work today and read my 50 pages of Babel, which I did read some yesterday, but I didn't read a full 50 pages because it just takes so long when I'm annotating, so I don't know whether it's worth me just reading it and then going back and annotating in the days before the event is happening. We'll see what I decide to do, but for now I'm gonna go and watch a little bit of YouTube and then get cracking with the editing process. And I also need to plan the videos I'm going to film tomorrow, because I was considering filming today because, you know, it's still bright out but there's no direct sunlight like awfully hitting my face. Like I could tilt this way and actually get sun like diffused, but I'm tired, like really tired, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do my hair before I go to bed so that when I come home tomorrow hopefully it's less of a challenge to film, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, I've enjoyed the sun today. I've been productive at work, got a bit read, and now it's time to go continue to do productive things. I feel like I might end up just actually reading The Whispering Dark. We'll see. Okay, it's update time, guys. I may have just read The Whispering Dark all evening. I did not edit, I did not read 50 pages of Babel. I'm a failure, but it's fine because The Whispering Dark is 5 stars and I'm going to tell you all about it tomorrow, because tonight I need to shower, do something with my hair and go to sleep, because tomorrow I'm gonna be productive because I've read the book on my TBR now. It's fine, I can be a bit more chill with my reading going forwards, but if I end up reading something I love this much then perhaps won't. So yeah, here's to Wednesday. Good morning, guys, gals and gays. No, good morning everybody. It is Wednesday morning. It is quite late on Wednesday actually. I'm only getting a lift at 8:30 today, so it's 8:20 now. I'm going to be setting off in like 5 minutes to go meet them. And I thought I would talk to you about The Whispering Dark. So I finished it last night. I've given it 5 stars. Is it on the lower end of 5 stars? Like maybe should it perhaps be a 4? Like probs, but I don't care because I'm obsessed. So The Whispering Dark, I'm deeply, sickeningly, alarmingly obsessed. Which if you know, you know. With Lane and Colton, I'm like obsessed with them. It's a problem, and I like the magic system is like really interesting, but like has the same sort of lack of explanation as like in the Raven Diaries, so that's a pretty good comp to be fair. Like you can rip holes and doorways into the sky, you can like control the dead, but you can't know why. Like it just exists. Despite the fact there is an entire university dedicated to doing these things, there's no like conversation around like the science behind it. It's just people who sort of die, sort of like ambitious, like people who've like brushed death, who've like gone through like a near-death experience, get powers. And it's cool and it's written really well. I think this is going to make a fantastic audiobook just because it's so like prettily written. And yeah, I loved it, had the best time, real good. A+. And yeah, I'm looking forward to getting a physical copy. When I first saw the cover, I was like, I'm not sure how I feel about this cover, and now that I've read the book, I'm like, this cover is perfect. I love it. So yeah, I think that's all of my rambly thoughts on that. I will be actually taking my memory card from the camera to work today and doing some editing, so fingers crossed that goes well. I will also be taking my Kindle and starting Belladonna if I get time. Probably won't, but I might. And I've started the audiobook of The Unknown Beloved, so if work is chill and I can keep my hair down and put my headphones in, then that is the audio I'm listening to. If it's not chill, which I don't think it will be because it's summer and everyone's off, then we'll do what we can. So yeah, I'm going to go grab some breakfast, walk to meet my lift, and catch you either on my lunch break when I'm being productive in some kind of b-roll scenario, or when I get home and I'm telling you I'm once again too tired to film. But we'll see how it goes. Good evening. I am red. It is warm. My room is like toasty, and I think I caught some sun whilst reading my book outside today. So the plan was to film. I'm not putting makeup on today. I'm not sitting in like this patch of sunlight to film. That seems like a bad idea. What I am going to do though is spend my entire evening editing as much as I can. It's being filmed on my phone rather than my camera because my memory card's having a moment. So I'm going to sort out my memory cards, see if I can fix it and get my camera working, and get the 3 videos that I currently have just sat there up and out. And then tomorrow I'm going to try and film 3 more, and then we'll go from there. So yes, very warm. I'm going to find my fan, plug it in, and get crack-a-lacking and drink this tiny little bit of wine that I've poured myself for the evening, because it just, you know, if I can't be in a beer garden, then at least I can have some wine and some airflow. So yeah, it's warm again. Don't know if that's been made obvious. Yeah, it's real warm, and my room is a sun trap. So yeah, I got some stickers today from Red Bull. I will mention them just because. Hello guys, I hope that my fan is not hitting my microphone, but like I'm not turning off the fan yet. It's too warm. So it is Friday. It is 20 to 7. I've eaten food. I've put on more makeup than I wore to work today, because I'm hoping to film 2 videos and edit 4, and that means no reading will be being done today. I read fuck all at work because I had a massive headache the whole day. The headache has faded. I'm hoping that when I put my new glasses on to edit that the headache doesn't come back, because I think it's the glasses fault, but they're supposed to stop headaches, so we're going to persevere and hope for the best. Yesterday, didn't film an update. I went to the doctor's. Finished The Unknown Beloved by Amy Harmon. Don't even know if I told you I was like reading that, but I did. I listened to it on audio. It's a weird one. I liked it. I think I'm gonna give it a 3.5, but like it was weird. So it's based on a true crime story in the 1930s about like the torso killer, like the mad butcher of the run, and it's about this guy Mike Malone who was part of the team who caught Al Capone, who is like 40. He was a beat cop and went and did all the Al Capone gangster stuff. Is like does of the like weird crime solving stuff that's not like directly police work. His mate Elliot Ness is in Kentucky. Is that the right state? Wherever the run torso murder things happen, is like, come help me solve these murders. And so he like does, and then there he meets Danny Flanagan, who he first met when she was 10 years old and her parents have been brutally murdered, and he's the beat cop who's in charge of making sure she's okay, and like then takes her on the train to her family. And then 15 years later they meet again and they end up having a relationship. And it was like, I don't know how I feel about that particular. It's not like he wasn't like a father figure to her. Like, they met very briefly when she was 10 and then each went on with their lives. But still, it was weird, but it was well written and I was interested. I didn't even know it was based on a true story until they started really talking about Al Capone in a bit later into the book, and I was like, wait, I'm sure I recognise the name Elliot Ness. Then I was like, I think I might have seen a BuzzFeed Unsolved video on this, and I had. Yeah, it was very well researched. It was just weird. It was a weird take on the story. So yeah, thought I'd update you that I finished The Unknown Blood. I'm like 40% into Not Good for Maidens, which is a retelling of the Goblin Market about two sisters who, one of them rescued the other from the market 18 years ago, and now it's 18 years in the future, and the sister who rescued the other has a daughter, and their younger sister has been taken to the market, and now they have to go back to York to save her. And I don't really know what's going on because the main character doesn't know what's going on because no one's ever told her what's going on. And yeah, so far I'm enjoying that as well. It's not written as well as the Amy Harmon book. The writing, well, I say that the writing isn't as like flowery and descriptive, which is my personal preference for writing, but it's not written badly, and I'm interested to see where it goes. So I won't be reading anything tonight, and I haven't picked up Babel in days. Oh, tomorrow I also need to read Comfort Me with Apples because it's Becca from Becca in the Books' 24-hour Patreon readathon, and Treating Things with Colours is the title, and honestly Comfort Me with Apples is nice and short and I can get through it, and nothing else that I want to read has a colour in it, so that's the plan. Yeah, I think that's enough rambling for now. 3.5 stars for The Unknown Blood. I need to write reviews for every arc I've read this week, but my NetGalley score should be going up very soon. And yeah, I'll be joining Catherine for Sprint tonight as well, so that should be fun. And time to get crack-a-lacking. Hello, it is 20 to 10 on Sunday. I really wanted to have this book finished by the end of the day. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm only 50 pages in, but I am going to spend the rest of my evening reading. So I got one vlog edited, and then iMovie was having a time, my laptop was having a time, it wouldn't let me export anything, it wouldn't let me import any new clips so I could start editing something else. I'm just giving my laptop a break, like just my sanity a break, you know. I'm gonna leave it be for the evening and log in, turn it on tomorrow morning and hope that things are working better. I'm gonna go get my pajamas on and curl up and read this book until I fall asleep basically. And it is a quick read, maybe not starting it at like 10 o'clock hoping to finish it quick read, but yeah, I'm hoping to get like a massive chunk of this read so I can box it off in this vlog. And then next week I still haven't finished reading Not Good for Maidens by Tori Buffalino, so I'll continue with that and start my next weekly sort of set of plans. So I will wrap up this vlog tomorrow when I'm not so frustrated. I've spent so much of my day fighting with iMovie and it's not even leading to an upload today, and I'm frustrated, so it's fine, I'm okay, the world isn't ending. Like, it's just frustrating, but the fact that it's hot and I've not slept and I have to go to work tomorrow, it's not helping. So yeah, I'm gonna get pajamas, I'm gonna read, I might get myself a hot chocolate because it is cooler, and I might eat some cookies and just, you know, truly vibe before work tomorrow, which I do have a lift for, which was a concern for a while. So yeah, I will check in again tomorrow when I hopefully won't have my fan on because it'll be a reasonable temperature and I have actual thoughts that aren't just like my brain like dying. Like I honestly that's quiet. But yeah, right now I need to hydrate. I've like run out of juice and I'm sad about it, and I have to drink water. Like, I know I'm an adult, but like I hate just drinking water. But yeah, and I'm going to take my glasses off because even though I'm going to be reading and should be wearing my glasses, like the pressure of the glasses on my head is exacerbating the headache. So yeah, tomorrow is going to be fun because everything is going to go well with my computer, I've decided. And yeah, I'm going to start rambling and check in with you then. Hello everybody, it's been many days since this vlog ended, and I had previously filmed a wrap up, but I had my fan on, and previous clips I hadn't really cared when I was editing the sound that you could hear the fan. In this one, the fan was literally hitting the microphone in a way that you couldn't hear the words I was saying. So we're doing this again. Let's see how it goes. So I didn't talk to you at all on Saturday because it was really hot. So you saw clips of me reading Comfort Me with Apples and 10,000 Stitches outside that happened. It was too hot to concentrate on anything else that day, and I didn't even tell you, but I listened to the entirety of This Vicious Grace on audio on Saturday. I didn't tell you I started reading it, didn't tell you when I finished reading it. I just brought it up in this other wrap up that I did. I like held it up and I was like, I've not mentioned this at all. So yes, This Vicious Grace. I needed an audiobook because it was too hot to concentrate, and this I had an e-app of the audio, which I was going to save for next week's vlog, which was my book box one, because it came in the fairy loop. It's very pretty. Can you even see that? The light is hitting it so weirdly. Yeah, this gorgeous edition came in fairy loop, so I was like, oh, I'll save it so I have audiobooks for that, and then I didn't. So yeah, another arc down. But yeah, this was good. I had a good time with this. I'll tell you more about the synopsis and my thought in like the actual little wrap up section, but I just thought I'd let you know that I did read this and I didn't think to mention it at all. And then Sunday, you saw my clip of Sunday. I was just having a bad time with technology. My iMovie was just, I had a breakdown. I spent the majority of the day trying to edit 2 videos and I could get neither of them exported or uploaded, and yeah, it was a time. So now let's jump into the actual wrap up so that I can get this video up within reasonable time and we'll go from there. So the first book I read was The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches, and I can't remember the author's name, though I do remember I definitely told you what it was when I was reading, by Sangu Amandana. And this was about a woman who is a witch who's lived alone her entire life, always felt very isolated, and then she gets a job to tutor 3 young witches, and things unfold from there. It was really sweet and heartwarming and wonderful, and it was 5 stars and I loved it, and I highly recommend. The audio was great, the cover was really sweet, and yeah, just big fan of the vibes of this one, and the romance and the found family and everything. Chef's kiss. Highly recommend. And then I read The Whispering Dark by Kelly Andrew, which is about Lane, who has an affinity for the dead, and in a scholarship program lottery thing gets sent to a university that studies the dead, meets this guy Colton who had once died and come back, and things unfold from there. There's like a mystery, it's like vaguely dark academia setting, like written really well, 5 stars, excellent vibes, obsessed with the relationship. It was very like push-pull angst, like martyry, like good time. It comes out in October, like highly recommend. The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches comes out in like a day, so get on that. Then I read The Unknown Beloved by Amy Harmon. This was weird. So it had vague supernatural elements. It was a mystery based on like the true crime story of the torso killer from back in like the 30s in America, and it's also a romance between a cop who's like 40 and his landlady almost, she's like 25, and they first met when she was like 10, and he was a beat cop who worked on her parents' murder case. It was weird, but it was well written. I do like Amy Harmon's writing, but I think I'll stick with just the 2 fantasy books I've read from her, The Queen and the Cure and The Bird and the Sword, I think they're called, and I did like those. And then I do physically own this one, but I've lent it to my mum. I was wondering why I couldn't find it. I read Comfort Me With Apples by Catherine M. Valente, which I think I'm giving 4 stars. It was a very weird book. There was literally 100 pages long about a woman who lives in a housing, sort of enclosed housing space with very strict rules, and it's like a metaphor. It's not a metaphor, it's like just a weird like Garden of Eden kind of moment. Very well written, very odd. And then I read This Vicious Grace by Emily Seed. I don't know how to pronounce her name. This is about Alessa, who is a Finestra, which means when she touches Viente, I think, their power, she can magnify their power and use it. And she's killed 3 Vientes so far. So she married three people, killed 3 of them. One of the people she married was a woman, which I think when I talked about this book in the past, I was like, she's had 3 husbands. Not true. There was a female Viente, so it's not all men. Like it's just anyone. They just happen to be like the elite people. And then someone tries to kill her, so she hires a bodyguard to keep her safe until this big bad terrible thing happens. And I'm very excited to see where the sequel to this goes. I thought it was pretty well paced. There were some issues with the pacing towards the beginning, but overall I did like it. The romance was like really angsty, and I think it's only going to get more angsty, which I'm thrilled about. And I really like the sort of found family vibes that we got towards the end. I wish it had been brought forward earlier. I wish we had more of the group developing their relationships, but I'm sure that will happen in book 2. So yeah, excited to carry on. And then I started 10,000 Stitches by Olivia Atwater, and Not Good for Maidens by Tori Boffalino. So 10,000 Stitches is book 2 in the Regency Fairy series, and it's sort of a Regency Fairy Cinderella story, and Not Good for Maidens is a goblin market retelling set in the modern day, where we have two sisters who have moved to America and had, like, one of them has had a child, and 18 years later something happens back in York with the goblin market and things escalate. And yeah, I was I think maybe like 70 pages into the 10,000 Stitches and around 40% into Not Good for Maidens by the end of this week. So stay tuned to find out if I ever finish reading those, and I will see you in my next video soon. Links are all down below. Please like, comment and subscribe, and that's it from me today.